This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the New York Giants. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Heinz Field. Sutton now to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First carry for Najee Harris. Rumbling past the 30. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, 84 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A handoff to Barkley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Barkley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley, and he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Sutton now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Roethlisberger. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The tackle by Terrell Edmonds.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Jones. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando, and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A quick pass here has got Shepard. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now it's Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jones on 1st down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, they get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd down at 5. This is Barkley. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This one from 35 yards away. Gano's kick is good, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Sutton now to return. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, it's Booker. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Barkley. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Barkley. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Sutton now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They'll go back to Booker on 2nd down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll hand off to Booker. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Booker. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
first down. Barkley, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
153 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Running again, and again it's Booker. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Now Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here's Jones.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40
to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, but big guys leading the way.
2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cross-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been